G'day all, welcome back again to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Fighting Formations with the Grossdeutschland Infantry Division, Scenario 4. And we're about to go on with it. One thing that's been pointed out to me was movement with the vehicles. Again, I was mixing up rule sets. So I was playing, I think it's like MBT or Panzer, where you get one free rotation in a move sequence, whereas in this game, and I've gone back and checked the rule again, thanks for the bloke who pointed it out, that you get one free hex side rotation for every hex that you enter effectively. So thanks again very much for that. Okay, so we are at 2 on the Russian side. Now, I've removed all the spent markers, which I forgot to do at the end of the Germans' last activation, so that's done. So what we have now is the Russians, who probably, I would say, probably would like to fire and knock some of these people back, because that would be a good thing for them to do. Now, for the Russians to fire, they'll have to use a 3, because it costs them 3 to fire. And that's going to put it back over to the German side. And even if they only used the 2 for a move, it'd still go into the 0 space, which would give the Germans the next turn anyway. So we'll use the 3, and we will fire for the Ruskies, and that puts that back over to the 1 on the German side. So let's have a look at who we want to fire with or do anything with. So let's start up here where we actually have people under mission command. And I think we'll activate this rifle platoon here, this Dishka here, this Dishka here. He can't shoot anything. He can shoot, and he's in command range or command radius. So that's all freebies for activation. Now, to fire with this guy, if I fire, I could fire into here, or I could fire into here. This guy's got me worried because he may advance in and then melee. If he fires, though, then one of these tankies can counterfire. So is it worth it or not? Helping to knock these guys down, I think, is worth it. So that's going to cost me 2. So that goes up to 3. And then we've got our bloke over here in the entrenchment, and that's another 2. And that takes it up to 5 on the German side. So why don't we start up here with this guy shooting at this guy. Whoops. I can't remember where that was now. I think it was there. Righto, so he's a 13. We're adjacent, so he goes from die 10s to die 12s. Okay. Okie dokie, here we go. 13 plus. Oh, wow. A whole 4. Okay, 17. Not real flash. So our unit is there for 12 with die 10s. Oh, and only gets 11. So gets hit. Well, how do you go, eh? Wow. And we are broken. There we go. Now, we can shoot back at him. So we might shoot back with the MG34 at range 1, 2, 3. So it's in range. He's a 6 range. So we've got hindrance 1 and we've got a rate of fire of 2. So he's going to be firing 11s, die 10s. Where I got 11s from, I don't know. Starting with 14. And we've got another 12, 26. And this guy is in there for 10 plus 3 is 13. So he needs 13 or more. And only gets a 8. So he's hit as well. So he can flip over now. And he is... Oh, unconfirmed kill. Dangerous. Dangerous. Okay. So that is done. That costs nothing to fire because we're under the command radius, the command token. Okay, next up, I think we'll come down here. So our rifle here is going to fire at our Pioneer here. Again, die 10s is the base. We go up to die 12s because they're adjacent. We're shooting for 13 plus 12, 25. And we're a 12 plus 2 for the woods. So 14, we need an 11. And we only get a 9, and that Pioneer is hit as well. And he is pinned. Right. So I think we will have Tanky, well, Stuggy here. Oh, he's the single Stug. He'll fire for 10 using 12s. Whereas he'd fire for 13 using 10s. We'll fire with this guy here. Using die 10s, we've got a hindrance of 1, rate of fire of 3, 13 plus 10 is 23. And we didn't have anything busted, and he's in there for 13. 13 and 14, 27, and he is fine. Righto. So that's all done down there. That's done up there. Now we've got the hillbillies. So let's have a look here. I think what we'll do is we'll start with rifle here, shooting at the suppressed guy here. So he's got a range of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would go down to die 8s, but again, he's at an elevation, so we go back up to die 10s. So we have 13 plus 12 is 25. And we are in here for 12, 14, so we need an 11. Oops. Oh, that's not looking good. No. And he is gone because he was only a squad. So that's another victory point for the Ruskies. which takes them up to 6 victory points now. Okay, now, and I was going to say I can't shoot with him back here anyway because he was facing that way, which is what I did. So we've got single here. He's in range, but he's firing uphill. So he'd be firing for 10 with die 8s. Or I can use this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'll be flying 13 for die 8s. So that's the better shot. So we're going to fire back with this guy again. Hindrance of 1, rate of fire of 3. We have 13 plus screwed. He is simply spent. So we have 13 and 4 is 17, and he's in there for 13. And 13 and 6 is 18, and he is fine. Okay. Next we've got the Dishka. And we've got this MG34 platoon out here. Now he's got a range of 7. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be D8s back up to D10s because of the elevation. So we could shoot there, or we could shoot here. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at this Pioneer platoon, squad, and we'd actually be using D12s. I'm not too worried about the squad. Let's go and try and knock these machine guns down. So we're at D10s. Down 1 set of dice, up 1 set of dice. So D10s firing for 12 plus. Oh, God. 5 is 17. Jesus. I keep throwing the good dice out. Okay, 17, and we're sitting on 12 there. We need 5 or more, and we get 18. Righto. Now, shooting back, we can either use the machine gun, because he's only pinned, and he's got a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'd be actually only using die 6s. He'd be down 1 die for range, for long range, and he'd be down another die for shooting uphill. So that's no good. If I use the Stug, he'd be using die 8s. So we'll do that. So we're shooting for 10, rate of fire 4, hindrance 1. So hindrance screws it anyway. He's spent and nothing goes through. And he is done. Righto. Let's come up here a bit. We have the next Dushka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd be again die 8s back up to die 10s shooting here. Or, no, I'm not worried about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bop. Or we could shoot into here where they've got a Pioneer squad and an MG34 squad. Both platoons. What's more important at the moment? I think this is more important at the moment, this MG34 down here. Sorry about that. So we're going to be doing die 10s. We're shooting for 12, hindrance of 1. We've got 12 plus 10, 22. And this guy is here for a 12, so we need at least a 10. And we only get a 9, so this pin marker will stay there. And one squad is dead, so I'll just pull out the MG34 squads. Bum, bum, bum. And I just have to quickly clip those. And then we'll see about return fire, if we've got anything to return fire with. Okay, so there's one who is now pinned still. Just leave that on there. I'm going to have to get the Germans moving faster. I don't want them. They've got to get up and take at least these 3 up here. So, okay, now shooting back. Again, this would be, it's only got a range of 6. So he'd be only firing for 6s. Because it's long range and uphill. And that guy's in a pillbox, so he's already there for 16. We're firing for 14. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Why not? So the MG34 platoon here. We have 14 and nothing. We hit the hindrance. So that's that. And the rate of fire as well. So he is spent. Okay, so he is done now as well, which leaves the Maxim up the top. Now, let's just look up here. So this guy is just a squad. This guy is just a squad. They're both broken. So I think he's got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, long range, but downhill. We'll fire at this Pioneer here. So again, it's going to be die 10s because of being downhill. Firing for 13. And 14 is 27. Uh, 27. Righto. And he's sitting there for 12, so we need a 15. Not real flash. And we only got a 13, so he's hit as well. And he is shaken. Right. Can anybody shoot back? Now, he's spent and he can't. Well, he could see him, but no. He's spent. He's facing the wrong way. This machine gun, again, would be only firing die 6s. So that's useless. This machine gun is spent. Everything else is way too far out of range. So no, we're done. And that is the end of it for the Russians. So we can take off the spent markers. And it's over to the Germans. Now, they've got a lot of people that have been hit. Now, to rally, they'd have to take a 6, which is not all that great. They could use the 2 for a fire, which would then let them do some firing, and then we'd still have another go. So if maybe we fire and then rally, that sounds like fun. So we'll take the 2, go down 2, and we will fire. So let's have a look here. To start with, down this way, we'll activate this young fella here. We will activate this fella here because he's only pinned, so he can still fire. We'll activate this guy here. We'll activate this guy here and this guy here. That all costs us nothing. We'll activate this MG34 platoon, and we'll activate this guy as well, Pioneer platoon. That costs us nothing. This guy is just shaken, so we can activate him as well. Oops. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. These guys can't really do anything. Don't want them to do anything. That's it. That's it. Okay, so that didn't cost us anything, so that's good. We'll start down here. So the first guy I'm going to fire with is going to be this Stuggy here, maybe. This Stug here. So let me just I'll just put a dice on him so I know this is the guy I'm firing with. We're going to fire into here. So we're firing for 15, hindrance of 1, so it's 2 die 10s. And we've got another 10, so we're at 25. And the rifle platoon is there for 11 plus 3 is 14, so he needs an 11. And gets a 12. You poohead. Nobody can fire back at him other than the Dushka, which has only got a firepower of 2. So it's just not likely to do anything. Because he's only got a range of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be die 6s. He'd go up to die 8s because he's elevated. Die 8s, the most he could throw would be 16, and 2 is 18, and flank shot into there is 13. You know, we don't have to roll a 5. So is it worth it or not? I don't think it is. So we won't. So that guy is done. Okay, next guy to fire is going to be this Pioneer here, the pinned guy. So he's going for a 16, using die 12s because he's adjacent. 16 plus 19 is 35. Now that's more like it. So this guy is 14. So even if he rolls his 20, he's only going to be 34, so he's hit. He can't do anything about it. So he's hit. Let's see how he's hit. He's shaken. So he can shoot back. So he's going to do that. So again, die 12s, he's firing for 13. Plus 12 is 25. 25, yeah. Okay, and we are there for 12 and 2 is 14. So we need an 11. And we get shit. Okay, so Mr. Pioneer goes away. We get 2 squads. There's 1. Okay. So I've just got to clip one squad. He's a resilient bugger, that Soviet rifle platoon. Okay. So one being pinned, one being not pinned, and both finished. Okay. Now, I'm going to fire with the Stug into here, into this entrenchment. So he's a 12. He's in range, but he's going uphill, so he only gets die 8s. So it's 12 plus 15, 27. That's pretty good. And Mr. Rifle Platoon is there for 14, so he needs a 13 or better. Gets a 12. It's good to see them finish by 1 for a change. And he is broken. That's good. Oops. One dead camera hanging on the wall. Sorry. Okay. Nobody's going to fire back. So he is done. Which leaves this Stuggy here. Now, again, I shoot here. If I shoot here, I've got more chance of hitting, that's for sure, because I'm using die 10s. If I shoot up there, I'm using die 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's already broken, so he can't fire or move. He's only shaken. So let's do this guy down here. Using die 10s, 15 plus, and we roll a 1, so nothing happens. He can't shoot back because he's got nothing that can hit. So we are done down here except for this Pioneer, who can shoot into here along this hex spine. Using D10s, he's firing for 11. 15. Okay, 15. So this guy's in there for 14. There's no sense in rolling. He's made it, but he can shoot back. Excuse me. So he's shooting back for 13 with die 10s. And we have 16, so 29. And we're in there for 14. We need a 15. And we get a 12. So he is hit. Yep, I think I'll be rallying. And this is an unconfirmed kill as well. Okay, we're all done down here. All we have is up here. Okay. So we'll fire with the MG34 first into here. Or do we want to? Everything else is so far away. We're only using die 6s. I suppose he's got a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be die 8s into Mr. Shaken rifle unit here. Yeah, we'll do that. So die 8s. And nothing. Now, does anybody want to shoot back at him? And I think Mr. Dushka here will. Or this one. let's use this one here. So that's going to be die 10s down to die 8s, back up to die 10s. Shooting for 12. And 15 is 27. Okay, and he's in there for 11, and a building is 4? Yes. So he's in there for 15, so we need a 12. And we get a 9, and we're hit. And we are pinned. Okay, machine gun is pinned, which leaves us, our last one is this Pioneer up here in the same building, shooting over to here at a range of 1, 2, 3. He's only got a range of 2, so die 8s. He's shooting for 16. And 12 is 28. And little fella in here is there for 11, and 3 is 14, so needs a 14. And then it gets a 9. So this comes off. Little rifle squad man gets broken down to rifle platoon gets broken down into 2 squads. And we have one that is, and that one there, like that. And again, this Dushka will shoot back down. And again, using die 10s, down 1, up 1. So shooting for 12. Hindrance of 1, so that goes through, but he's spent, which doesn't matter because nobody else is going to be shooting. So we've hit for 12 plus 7 is 19, and we're in there for 16. So the only thing that we roll that is no good is snake eyes. And we roll 16, so we're fine. So we can now remove any spent markers, and I don't think anybody was spent. And we are good to go. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 6 and use it for the Germans to rally, which puts it to 3 on the Russian side. So let's try and do our rallies. We'll start with Mr. Pinned here. He starts with D10s, but he's in cover, so he gets D12s. We need an 8 or more. And we get an 8. So the pinned marker comes off. Okay. We've got Mr. Unconfirmed Kill here. So we've got to get, again, 2 D12s. Oh, no. No. Am I doing that right, dickhead? Yes, I am. So I need at least a 14. At least a 14 or else he's dead. And he's dead. Okay, get rid of that. Goes into there. And another VP. Up to 7 for the Ruskies. Okay. And then we've got these guys up here. So we'll do Mr. Pinned here first. This didn't cost us anything down here because we're in range. This is in range as well of this marker. So nothing to see here. Got to remember that's there. It's taking it up to 4 on the initiative track. No cover, so D10s, we need an 8. Oh, we just get an 8. Wow. Okay. Stop sticking to my fingers. Righto, so the next one is pinned in here, costs us nothing. Oh, I've got to turn him over, sorry. So again, an 8. but we've got D12s because we're in cover. And we get a 14, so he's back in business. Then we have our Shaken Pioneer platoon. So you can see. Righto, so we're doing the Shaken Pioneer platoon. He's out in the open, so it's just D10s. Needing an 8. Sorry, a 6 for Shaken. And we only roll 5. Who would have thunk it? Okay. Righto, we'll do the broken guy right beside him. So that's a 12. And we get 15, so he's no longer broken, which is good. And then the other broken guy is in the field, which is no cover, so he only gets die 10s as well. We're looking at a 12. And we get a 12 on the button. So he's back as well. And we will call it quits there. Okay, so as things stand, I'm playing the Germans really, really badly. I need to get these Stuggies moving up here and attacking these. So that's fine, but it looks like the Ruskies are going to get a good chance to, well, they may try and rally. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. But, yeah, not looking real flash at the moment. They have 7 victory points at the moment. So, yeah, they're winning the game. So, I hope I haven't screwed up again. But if I have, you'll let me know, and then I'll fix it if I can. So, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.